So I flew out to DC to be a part of a couple inaugural events, and needless to say, it was interesting. From the inauguration being moved inside to the chaos at the Liberty Ball, and Elon being Elon, to the mass amount of executive orders signed, we have a bunch to talk about in this video. The inauguration. Honestly, the vibe in DC was very wholesome. Like, I didn't get any weird vibes from it, honestly. Everybody was so joyous and happy and celebrating. MAGA hats everywhere, American flags everywhere. It was chill. The one thing that did irritate me, if you guys didn't know, the inauguration was supposed to be outside like normal, but like a day or two before the inauguration, they moved it indoors. Why? They say because it's cold outside. It was cold, but like the sun was out, clear skies. I think it was for another reason. There may have been a threat. I don't know. But it was weird to me how you wait to the last minute to move it inside. Something was off about that. So I did feel bad that all these people came into town to like be at the inauguration and they were just dispersed at different bars, hotel lobbies. And I was bummed about this because I had really great seats at the inauguration. My seats were like super up close. So I'd actually be sitting down at the inauguration would be crazy to say and experience, but since they moved it inside, we didn't get to go to the actual like seeing him swear in what we saw on TV. Like that was very limited amount of people. But the day prior, so that Sunday, Trump did have a rally at this local arena, and he kept that local arena for the second day to where people can go in and watch the inauguration live from there. I skipped that because I didn't want to just sit in an arena all day staring up at a jumbotron or a screen when I could just be at home. You know, I was in a hotel gym watching the actual inauguration go down, and he actually did leave and ended up going to the arena, and he was signing executive orders there. So that was pretty cool of him to do. But overall, that first morning of the inauguration and all the events, the start of that, it was fine. I believe, I didn't go see, but I'm pretty sure there was like a little protest here and there popping up, but nowhere near as bad and loud as the protests were back in 2016 when he was first inaugurated. That was absolutely crazy. The Women's March was insane. I think the Women's March this year had maybe like 1,000 people. Wasn't that bad at all. But right after the actual like him swearing in, that's when he went down, sat down, and signed a bunch of executive orders. So let's recap real quick some of the biggest executive orders that have been signed so far, and you know, the ones that have garnered the most attention, and let's just dive into them and really see what's going on. Immigration. So regarding immigration, off the bat, Donald Trump has declared an emergency at our southern border, which is valid. It's quite literally an invasion down there. We're getting overboarded. We're getting overwhelmed by the sheer amount of people coming in from all over the world. Chinese immigrants, Russian immigrants, Ukrainian immigrants, Indians, everybody from around the world is flying to the Southern America and funneling their way up, and he's shutting it down. So he did actually declare that it's an emergency down there, and he will be sending troops to really help out and manage what's going on at the border. Additionally, he's going back to the Remain in Mexico policy, which basically, if I had to dumb it down, he's saying if you're in Mexico and you're trying to come to the United States seeking asylum, while we're processing you, you're staying in Mexico. Whatever that looks like, I don't know. You're in a hotel, you're in a hostel, you're staying with friends, whatever it may be, you find your way. But until we actually can process you, you can't come in. He's taking these asylum seekers very serious. He shut down Biden's app that was allowing people to just like apply to seek asylum and they just come in the United States, and then we never hear from them again. No. He's really tightening the border, and it needs to be addressed. I don't see why it's a bad thing and why there's so many people opposing us protecting our border as if we haven't spent over $100 billion on Ukraine for them to protect their own border. I go back to this analogy of like a lot of people that are watching this probably live in an apartment complex in a gated community. Some people have houses in a gated community. My front door, I have locks, I have cameras everywhere. There's security. Like everybody protects their borders and their walls, so why can't we expect the same for our country? If I'm protecting my house, I have security, I have walls. If you're coming in here, I have to know you. Upgrade it to a business. At my business, obviously I accept in strangers, but like when my door is shut and it's locked, I'm protecting it. No one can come into my business. You scale this up to a bank, no one can just walk into a bank. You scale up to a high rise, nobody can just walk into a high rise at night. Everything's locked down. Why is our country free reign? You can just come on in whenever you want. Additionally, regarding the mass deportations, we're gonna get into that in an entire another video, so be sure to subscribe to stay up to date when that video drops. But yes, he's working on mass deportations, which is getting rid of all, keyword illegal immigrants in this country. Something needs to be done, and I'm sorry, it sucks, but we have to start somewhere, and you're not allowed to just come in this country whenever you want. The same way I can't just go to Japan and stay there. I can't just go to Italy and stay there. I can't just go to Europe and stay there. No, there are rules, and people are breaking the rules to come into this country. If you want to come in this country, best believe you can. the legal way. Birthright citizenship. This is another one. Trump is aiming to end birthright citizenship, which again, all that's saying is if you got two Germans that are traveling and they're visiting the United States and the mom is pregnant and the mom has a baby in America, that baby shouldn't automatically be an American citizen. That makes no sense. The mom was just traveling. She had the baby. That baby belongs to Germany. That's it. So same for Mexicans and Mexico people coming up from Mexico. If you got a pregnant Mexican woman that travels up to the border and sneaks in illegally, an illegal person in this country, and then they have a baby, now all of a sudden that baby is a US citizen? No. And again, there's so many other countries that do not do this. There are so many countries that do not have birthright citizenship because it doesn't make sense. So I really don't understand why everybody's getting all up in arms about this when literally majority of the countries that people travel to and they love, oh my gosh, let's go be a tourist over here, let's go visit here, do this or do that. Okay, that country doesn't even have birthright citizenship. So why are you mad at America for not wanting that? And then I see some tweets like, okay, well, Barron doesn't have citizenship. Who was his daddy? Like Donald Trump is an American citizen. If an American citizen has a child, that child's a citizen. This isn't referring to that. This is referring to people who aren't citizens, who are visiting, who just aren't citizens. I don't know what to tell you. Like, it's referring to people who are not citizens and who have a child. That child's not automatically an American citizen. That's not how that should work. A citizens of America, if they have a baby, boom, that baby's a citizen. That's it. Withdrawal from the Paris Agreement. Okay, so basically this Paris Agreement, I had to just dumb it down, make it very simple and easy to understand. It was a group of countries that all got together and they said, yeah, we're gonna achieve these goals. We're gonna do this, this, and this. We're a big group together. We're gonna fight climate change, and we have all these set goals and initiatives. None of them follow it. Literally, there's studies report that talk about how none of the world's leading economies, including every single G20, have a climate action or are on track to meet the commitments made under the Paris Agreement. It sounds bad saying like, oh yeah, we're leaving this, like we don't care about the climate. No, we do care about the climate, but we don't care about wasting money and being a part of these stupid little groups when no one's doing their part anyways. If I'm doing a group assignment and I'm the one that did all the work, I'm not going to give all this credit to the whole group. No, I'm gonna let that teacher know I did everything. So same thing happens here where there's no need to be a part of this Paris Agreement if no one else is doing their part. Trans people. All right, now this is a crazy one. Trump is setting in place that the government should only recognize male and female. What are we? What are you? You got one of two things. There are intersex people, but you watching this, you have one of two things in between them legs. That's it. And if you are gonna say, well, no, sex and gender are different, there's more genders, well, how many? Because when we're dealing with the law, when we're dealing with our country, when we're dealing with actual rules and regulations, they need a definition. They need some type of structure. And what has ruined the LGBTQ community, keyword the TQ plus community, is tackling on all these different genders and this and that, and oh, I can be this and we can swap. One day I'm a male, one day I'm a female. No. All this lunacy has ruined the credibility and the work for a lot of things that the LGB, the lesbian, the gays, and the bis have put forth and been trying to do. So are there some trans people upset? Are the general people and queer people upset that he's only acknowledging male and female? For sure. But I don't know what you expect when you're also telling us it's infinite amounts and this is infinite. Anybody can do anything and anybody can be anything. That's not the real world. This is not how this is going to function. It's not sustainable. And we know this isn't sustainable because I talk about this in my LGBTQ videos that I have outlined, is that it's already starting a bunch of infighting. Why are trans people getting mad at gay people because there's gay men that don't want to date a trans man and they're being transphobic because they don't want to be with somebody who has a vagina? Leave. Over it. And then still on this topic of trans people, he is looking forward to bringing back that ban to not allow trans people in the military. Now this may extend to maybe just combat. I don't know. I've been split on this. On one end, I'm like, yeah, if you're willing to risk your life for this nation and you're willing to put your life on the line and fight, you should be able to do that. But on the flip side, I know if you're not mentally stable, you're not there, you have all this anxiety and depression, things that do come with having gender dysphoria, then by all means, maybe you're not mentally fit to be a part of the military. Let's be real here. If we're going to say gender dysphoria is a mental illness, which classified as such, so much so where you're getting bits and pieces chopped off, you're going through all the different surgeries and whatnot, then maybe you aren't fit to actually serve. But I do think like you could probably be a bad chef. You'd be a good chef, cleaning, coding, whatever it may be. I think there's some nuance there, some wiggle room to allow trans people to serve in those ways. Maybe not upfront combat. I don't know. there's room to have this conversation, but I think that's where that argument's coming from. Healthcare. So Trump has also withdrawing us from the WHO, World Health Organization. That's not doing anything as far as it will affect America in a bad way. With the way they handle and the way they were lying and covering up for China and all this, that, and the other, you're gone. It's a chop, square it up, throw it away, pack it up, hang it up, flat screen. It's done. We don't need to be a part of it, and I'm not even mad that we're actually leaving it. And then this is another one that's been a hot debate in my friend group for some reason, but it's very easy to understand. He has rescinded this order that basically Biden was working on to lower the cost of drugs, and they've been running with that headline. But when you actually look into what's going on, you'll notice that that program didn't even do anything to begin with. For the past 2 years, they've been like the development side of things, and they weren't even sure if they're going to use it. We're just wasting money, so Trump just cut the program. This has nothing to do with the current price of drugs, has nothing to do with the insulin, has nothing to do with copay caps, none of that. It's literally just getting rid of this program that Biden put in place that wasn't actually doing anything at all. And then lastly, of course, we have TikTok, which I have an entire video coming out on TikTok. Again, be sure to subscribe to be notified when that one drops. But he added an extension to TikTok so that it can last the United States for the next, I believe, 75 days. So that's a bulk, really, of what's been going on with these executive orders so far. I'll be filling you in on all of this and some new projects coming soon. But yeah, that's executive orders, and I need to get into, we need to talk about this. It's so stupid. Elon Musk. If you're unfamiliar, if you've not been filled in, there's this clip of Elon Musk going around. He was at this rally. We're gonna get to the full clip, but I'm gonna show you what's been passed around and why people are upset. He's at a rally and he does this thing and it looks like a Nazi salute. It's so stupid, but I'll play this video. So yes, it looks horrible. I'm not going to sit here and say that it doesn't look bad or that doesn't match. No, it does match. And yeah, out of context, when you look at that little clip of the video, looks bad. You know what else looks bad out of context when you're just looking at a picture? So does this. And regarding this image, some people are like, well, Amir, the difference is Elon wasn't waving. These people are waving. Oh, big whoop. I'm sorry Elon didn't have a little flick of the wrist. Regardless, let's play the full clip and then I'll share my opinion on it.
And I just want to say thank you for making it happen. Thank you. My heart goes out to you.
That's it. My heart goes out to you. Okay. It's so stupid. I wouldn't even think about this if it wasn't just like a clip. But like watching this fold out, it's like, okay, yeah, I can see how someone's like, oh my gosh, he's doing a like Hitler salute. When you look at the full thing, everyone's cheering him on, like he's just excited. He's like saying thank you. You know how easy it is to just do, like how do you even do that, you know? So personally to me, I know there's a lot of people that disagree with this. I do not think he was intentionally trying to do a Nazi salute. I think that's a reach, and we're already in day one of people trying to spread misinformation and trying to take things out of context. Two, there have been people saying, even on the right, saying, well, it looked bad and he shouldn't have done that. And, you know, it wasn't really a wave. It was more like this, and just really dissecting it, right? What would be his point? To troll? Would it be to be a nuisance? Like, what would it actually be? Because the man isn't Hitler. But to that point, number three, if he came out and was just like, yeah, I was trolling, that was a salute, this and that, who cares? I know I don't. You know why I don't? Because people have ruined the meaning of words. You ruin the meaning of what it means to be called Hitler. You ruin the meaning of what it means to be called a Nazi. I get called one all the time. How are you going to sit here and call like even the Trump campaign and admin a Nazi? They did that. All Trump supporters are Nazi sympathizers. Trump is literally Hitler. How are you gonna say this man's Hitler when he literally has so many black people working for him, so many gay people working for him? His VP is in an interracial relationship and his kids are brown. There's literally little brown kids running around the White House. And you have the nerve to tell me that this man's Hitler? You've ruined the definition and meaning of words where it doesn't even matter. It genuinely doesn't. How are you gonna sit here and say, oh my gosh, I'm so offended, I can't believe he did that, Elon this, Elon that? Why do you care so much? What difference does it make? I don't think he did that at all. And then, but even to that point, if he did, what does it mean? Because words don't mean anything anymore. I get called a racist and homophobic all the time. Whole time I've talked about this before. I say the same thing every single time. What am I? Darker than what? 11:59 p.m. And who am I? Oh, where's my ring? That's when I wash my face and put my makeup on. Yeah, I be wearing Fenty. but married to a man. Like, let's be so for real. Like I said before, it's already day one, and the left and the right are already divided and taking things out of context. And you know, like I said, but there are some people on the right who have caught this time and like, it's a little weird. But at the end of the day, with all the context of how he acts and what he's doing, I don't see why we're even talking about this to begin with. It's stupid and it's a distraction. Again, subscribe, because I'm gonna pop off on this video all these damn pardons that Biden has been doing his last 5 minutes of office over it. But we have to see what's the difference in the news reporting between the left and the right on this issue. So far, we've got the left saying Elon Musk appears to make fascist salute at Trump inauguration rally. Absolutely vile. Elon Musk inauguration salute draws Nazi comparisons on social media. What is the right saying? Odd look and fury at Elon Musk's controversial hand gesture. Elon Musk ignites online speculation over the meaning of a hand gesture. Dude, this is so stupid. It's a freaking hand gesture, you guys. There's so much more to be concerned about, so much more going on in the news right now, and we're so concerned with a hand gesture. It's so annoying. It truly is. I don't understand why this is something in the news and why there's 647 sources. Regardless, if you aren't familiar with what this platform is, this is Ground News, and I highly encourage you to download this app using the link below or scan the QR code here on the screen to get involved, especially the next 4 years dealing with the mainstream media, dealing with the left versus the right, and all the lies and where you're misled. The only way, personal experience, I have found to navigate this is by using Ground News, because as you can see on here, you can easily toggle between what's the left saying, the center saying, and the right saying. You have all your sources. You can see who owns what, who's talking about who, sort things all types of different ways. I can't recommend it enough because it's hard for them to be biased when they're literally sourcing the news from everybody else. They're taking a story but filling it in with all the different news articles across the world, really. And yes, world, if you go up here to this top button right here, US edition, you can toggle between the US, international, UK, Canada, and Europe. So you can always get the news that matters to you. Additionally, utilizing the Vantage plan, which is the plan that I'm on, you have access to Blind Spot. And what this is, you're gonna need this this whole next 4 years, you guys. I go in it every day because y'all know I lean more right, but I have to check myself. I have to hold myself accountable, and Blind Spot helps me with that. What this is it shows you all the news that the left isn't talking about but the right is, and on the other side, it's all the news that the left is talking about but the right isn't. That way you can always see what's actually going on and what news sources and what news articles aren't talking about said thing. Again, Ground News, it aligns with everything that we talk about all the time in every single video, and that's empowering you to get the news and media for yourself and not be lied or misled. There are no ads on this platform. It's all subscriber funded, so you can tap the link below or scan the QR code on the screen to join and save 40% off the Vantage plan again, which is the one that I use for Blind Spot and unlocks all the cool features in Ground News. It empowers you to know what's going on in the news. I have so many friends that just read CNN and read ABC, and I'm gonna clock them. I have some friends that just read Fox. We can't do that. We can't trap ourselves in these echo chambers, and the only tool that allows you to break free from that is Ground News. So major thank you for them to being a sponsor, and let's get back to the craziness that was this inauguration weekend. The Liberty Ball. Look at this picture. This is quite literally my worst nightmare. Real quick, let me break it down for you. There was 3 official Trump sponsored where Trump showed up balls last night. There was the Commander-in-Chief ball, which is mainly for all the servicemen. There is the Liberty Ball, which is for supporters. This is when I was at. Brandon Tatum, Brett Cooper, Amber Rose, Jason Aldean performed, Nelly performed. That was all at the Liberty Ball. And then there was a Starlight Ball, which was held for all the big donors and sponsors of Trump. You know, you had Elon, Bezos, Zuckerberg, all the people they were in there. Now, no shade, honestly, and so do a lot of other people. I thought when I got this invitation to go to the Liberty Ball, had seats at the inauguration, I was under assumption, again, this ain't my first rodeo. I've been to the White House multiple times. I'm thinking it's like a private event. Very low key, demure, mindful, seated dinner, the whole nine, right? No, it had to be 10,000 people. Had to be 10,000 people. Waited in line for 2 hours outside. Didn't even get my badge scanned. No ID check. Just walked right in, which was concerning in itself. The lack of security that was there at this event specifically. I don't know. I mean, there was dogs. There was metal detectors, the airport stuff. But you didn't want to see my ticket? I don't know. Where is it actually? It's right here. It has a little I don't know if it's gonna focus. I doubt it's gonna focus. But the Liberty Ball guest, it was cool. It was cute, but it wasn't what I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was something totally different. Sit down dinner, mingling, very, very low key. And it was absurd. It was so many people. I actually left early. As a matter of fact, I have to mention this. Billy Ray Cyrus, what was going on? Look at this.
Now, like that, if you encourage about, keep going. They told me to kill as much time as possible, so. Does anybody know the words to Achy Breaky Heart while I'm here?
I was so confused. The man was disheveled. Like,
I smell the sun, I feel the breeze, but in my heart.
No. And people were like, oh, well, technical difficulties, this and that. No, because not even 5 minutes after this, Jason Aldean came on stage, had all the visuals, all the graphics, the whole band. Everything was flawless. Man's was lit. I don't know what Billy was on, but you could just hear everybody was like concerned. It was like, what are we witnessing right now? But overall, that was my experience this weekend in DC. It was a quick trip. I am bummed that the whole inauguration got moved from outside to inside because of the seats that I had, and that would have been really cool. This was a shared sentiment. I mean, I'm sad that the road closures were so brutal as they were, and Ubers are so high, and it was 5 degrees outside. It was really hard to hop around to the different balls and parties that were going on. So there's so many people that I wanted to meet. I met some of you guys walking around and, you know, inside the Liberty Ball, but there's so many people that I wanted to network with and discuss, and other YouTubers and creators that I watched that I just didn't get to talk to or meet because of the logistics of everything that was DC this weekend. It was rough. It was pretty brutal. But I will say, at the end of the day, Trump is back. Trump is back, and he's not playing any games, and I'm hoping round 2 is better and more transformative than round 1. There were some things from his first presidency that I do not like. Like, I was not a fan of some things he was doing in 2020 and all the printing money, and there's so much. But he learned, he got a new team, lots of new promises, so let's really see this one through, and I'm really excited and thankful again for all your support for making this channel happen and giving me these opportunities to do just crazy things, and it's just the biggest blessings. I'm very thankful for you guys, and of course, be sure to subscribe. I have so much I need to talk about between all the pardon. It's gonna piss me off. All the pardons that Biden was doing the day before, even the day of him getting kicked out of office. And then we got modern dating culture. And then we got why people don't trust mainstream media. We got why you shouldn't be shopping at Temu and Shein, the TikTok ban. You're getting all my thoughts and opinions, especially with the TikTok ban. So much more coming out, so be sure to subscribe. And as always, I hope you do know and trust that you can achieve and do anything you want to do in this world. Quite literally, especially if you're in the United States, you are in the prime position to just focus on your goals and dreams, lock in tunnel vision, and get it done. No excuses. Go do it. If you're still here, if this message is for you, then it's for you. I'm talking directly to you. Go after your goals and dreams. Don't let anybody stop you. Don't get misfocused and jealous. Focus on this person, that person. Oh, but they're doing this. Oh, they got this opportunity. No. Focus on you. Your blessings will come in your own time, and it'll all work out for you in your favor. Trust. So with that being said, thank you for taking time to be here. My name is Amir Odom, and I will catch you in the next video. Deuces.